Hi, everybody, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for Monday, the 29th of April, going through until Sunday, the 5th of May, 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm doing this live because I'm going to go through the week. I'm going to see what each day is doing and what the planets are doing and how they create energy, which is going to affect all of us. But at the end of this, you can ask me some questions if you have any questions. So this reading is for all signs of the zodiac. It applies to everyone who watches, and it's based on UK time. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Okay. So on Monday, the 29th of April, we've got Saturn, which is like the emperor in the tarot or like the father figure in the father figure in astrology going retrograde, and that goes retrograde for the next 4.5 months. Now, Saturn is an outer planet, and when the outer planets go retrograde, we don't really take so much notice of the outer planets in astrology. When the personal planets, Mercury, Mars, and Venus go retrograde, that's what we pay attention to because they're your personal planets, and that's how you act on a day-to-day basis. So with the outer planets, the actual day that it retrogrades or move forward is important because most of them are in retrograde for about half the year. So Saturn is structure. It rules the sign of Capricorn, which is the worker. So it's very, very focused on your physical life and your well-being and the structures of your life. And with that going retrograde, the day will feel kind of heavy and things will feel somewhat heavy duty. So Saturn going retrograde is a great opportunity to find stability and security in your own life. Hello, Virgin Islands. Thank you. But also it gives you the ability to feel more secure when it comes to your own spirituality. So hearing your inner voice and your inner guidance and what that tells you. So you'll be able to come up with ideas over the spring and summer now that will bring more stability into your life, and it helps you to manifest those dreams, those ideas that you've been nurturing for a while in your head, and to develop and create them and watch them appear in your practical physical life. So it's a great kind of slow start to the week that you can use to really set the tone for what's coming in future. And it also matches the energy of the new moon in Taurus that we have later on in the week, which is all about planting seeds of intention and taking your ideas and watching them grow. All of this Earth and Saturn is very much about building things on planet Earth in the here and now. On Tuesday, the 30th of April, the moon is in Pisces, so very spiritual, very connected with your feelings, with your spirituality, with your higher self. And that conjuncts Neptune, the water planet of dreams and intuition, which is also in Pisces. So you may feel a little bit spacey or connected with the higher realms. And that's not a bad thing. Hi, Nebraska. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to be with you live. This is really fun. Okay, so the moon in Pisces, though, it squares Mars in Gemini, and Mars is the male principle, which really... And it squares Jupiter in Sagittarius, which says, good luck lies down there at the end of the road. Go and expand. Go and run forward. Mercury is in Aries, so the communication planet is very direct. It's very much focused on let's move forward. And that sextiles the male principle Mars in Gemini. So Aries is ruled by Mars, so it's kind of butch and masculine and driven. And then Mars is the male principle, and the Mercury and Aries connection with Mars and Gemini means that you're very open to speaking your truth. So the pace is really slow still because of the water that we've got, but you'll be reluctant to make changes or to accept changes that are forced upon you. like at work, if they move your desk, simple things like that, or if they put you in another department, or your gym charges it's a higher membership fee. Those kind of things are going to irritate you. So the one thing that isn't slow on Tuesday is your tongue. You'll find it really, really easy to express your dissatisfaction. If you have a sharp tongue or you're a natural complainer, morning in New Jersey, watch out that you don't burn bridges unnecessarily. And also, because this applies to everyone, everyone's going to feel a little bit more irritable. And everyone's going to be like, oh, this really annoys me. This is really irritating, so let me complain about it. And then if you're there and you're listening to these other people complaining, you're like, oh, I'm so tired of listening just to this bull. And then you, in turn, will complain as well, saying, why you zip it, you know? So there is the possibility to have arguments on Tuesday. And that's why it's important to not burn bridges unnecessarily and to really pick your battles. Because if it's just something trivial, then you don't need to end a friendship over it, or you don't need to go all out, you know, over something really meaningless and small. Now, on Wednesday, the 1st of May, change direction, Shah. Yeah, so you change direction if you're feeling the need to complain, then look at something to be grateful for. Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. That's a good idea on Tuesday. So focus on the good things. Make a gratitude list or say, thank you for my health. Thank you for the house I live in. Thank you for all the good stuff. It's a great idea. Wednesday, the 1st of May. I love May. It's a very earthly month. I'm a Virgo. And May is just in the Northern Hemisphere, it's like the first signs of spring and summer, really. Things warm up. Flowers start to bloom. I love it. The moon goes into Aries at 10:25 in the morning. So the moon is how you feel internally. And Aries is about let's go, let's do it. So this is like, as far as the moon is concerned, it's kind of like a new beginning. And it's the first day of the new month. So the 1st of May is going to feel really hopeful. It's going to feel like, boom, let's go. This is great. So the Aries moon conjuncts Chiron in Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer. And with those two conjuncting each other, you'll have the desire to heal and to heal yourself. Mercury's in Aries as well, so the communication sector is really straightforward still. It sextiles Mars again in Gemini, and it squares Saturn in Capricorn. So this is like the tower in the tower in a sense, because you don't care about the structures in your life. What you care about is healing yourself and expressing your opinion. So on Wednesday the 1st, you get really fired up and look at the new beginnings that are available to you and get in touch with this Aries energy. But also with the Chiron Aries Mercury Mars situation, you possibly may look to settle some old scores. So anyone who's hurt you and it's unresolved, like you don't think that person got their comeuppance, that'll be in the forefront of your mind. So you're in the mood to destroy some people's careers and even get involved in some character assassination or gossip to get your own back. Now, remember, hi Lara, remember what you put out, you get back threefold. So you're only making things worse by doing that kind of stuff. It always comes back to bite you. And it sounds trite, but really practice forgiveness today instead, because that's how you heal. You heal through forgiving other people, letting go of resentments rather than going out and say, right, let's destroy this person's reputation and start a rumor about them, which is going to really make things awful. That's not the way to heal. What I find really good with resentments is I put the people I resent up on a stage. I pray for every good, wonderful, positive thing in the world for them. And if I can't do that, then I ask for the willingness to pray for them. And once I'm able to pray for that person, I surround them in golden light, and they're up on this theater stage. And it usually doesn't take very long. After a couple of days, that person walks off into the wings and the resentment is gone. So that's much healthier and less work, to be honest, than going on some campaign to sabotage someone. You do 12 steps, perfect. So, the 12-step program is all about taking personal inventory and also looking at your part in the situation. If you really despise someone, what was your part in that thing that made you despise them? You're getting confused with a Western, Vedic, and Mayan. Mayan isn't really used very much these days, I don't think. I don't come across anyone. That was the Mayan way of keeping the calendar. That was the one where they said the world was going to end in 2012. Vedic is basically the Indian way of looking at astrology, and they go by the constellations. And what I do is Western astrology, and that's based on the what are they called? The tropical, yeah, tropical zodiac. It's a set system, and it goes by the seasons. So that's the difference between Vedic and Western. I hope that clears it up. It's not, yeah, they're just two different systems. Yeah, sidereal is Vedic. Okay, so where were we? Thursday, the 2nd of May, we've still got the moon in Aries, so it's still about beauty and creativity. And Venus sextiles Mars in Gemini. So Mars is the male principle and Venus is the female. And when those two come together, there's love and romance and excitement and passion and children and new beginnings and new life. Mercury is still in Aries, and it trines Jupiter in Sagittarius. So in terms of your thinking, you're really going to be focused on the future. How do we move ahead? How do we go forward? So on Thursday, your sharp tongue that's been there on Tuesday and Wednesday, and your prickly ideas kind of dissolve, and you have an extreme switch of energy here now. So you don't need to make gratitude lists, and you don't need to practice forgiveness so much, because you now want to engage with people on a really positive level. So you even want to flirt with people or communicate in a loving way, and to heal old wounds through taking risks, personal risks, which could potentially cause you more harm. So, like if you break up with someone or someone has just broken up with you, a lot of people find that the easiest way to move on is to get connected with someone else, just to get over that other person, or to fill that hole in the soul, or to fill that emptiness that's been left. That kind of makes you vulnerable if you do that if you engage in that kind of behavior, because you don't know the person very well, and it's not about a genuine connection. It's about filling something within yourself that hurts. So easy does it on Thursday the 2nd. You're somewhat vulnerable here, and it's a backlash to Tuesday and Wednesday, because you've been feeling so aggressive, because you've been feeling so fired up and angry, that on Thursday you let that go and you go the other way, and it's like a balloon has just, all of the air has gone out of it, and you're just like so yeah. So when you're like in that release stage, then you've got to watch out for what you're doing, because you could create more problems. Hello, Eric's vlogs. Nice to see you. Okay, Friday the 3rd of May, the moon goes into Taurus at 19 minutes past 8 in the evening. Now, Taurus is the sign of the bull. It's the earthiest of all the earth signs, and it's very stubborn. It does not like change, and that's a big theme here for the whole week. Change is not the way to go. You don't like it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So you like things to be in order. So also cool it, and remember that if certain things change, that's the nature of life. Take a deep breath and just say, okay, I'm going to go with the flow here, and I'm going to accept this change. So the Taurus moon also conjuncts, so it sits right on top of Uranus, the planet of chaos and the unpredictable. That's also in Taurus. So on Friday, you're going to feel a lot more grounded, similar to Monday. You're going to feel like, okay, I've got the security and stability I need, and I want to look inwards. And you can breathe that sigh of relief. So something practical that has to do with work or money or your daily routine or your health may crop up and cause chaos that's going to take up a lot of your time today on Friday the 3rd, and it will throw you off in the sense that you have to deal with that. So maybe something comes in from your work, some sort of review that you suddenly have to go through, or they close down a bridge which you use every day to get to and from work, and that totally makes your commute worse, and it takes it from 20 minutes to 40 minutes, that kind of stuff. Hola, how's it going? Nice to see you. So something practical is going to come into your life, some sort of problem you need to deal with on Friday. But because you have so much Taurus, you have the patience and the practical know-how to deal with it, and it's going to be something that you can handle. So there's no frustration there. Saturday, the 4th of May, we've got a new moon in Taurus at 10:47 in the evening. I'm going to make the video, a separate video on the new moon. I'm going to make that after this video, just to go into excuse me, to go into more detail on that new moon, because this is really a fab opportunity to take your unmanifest spiritual ideas and to plant those seeds of intention and to watch them grow over the next month. So because it's a new moon, the sun conjuncts the moon, they sit together, and the moon is pulling in lots of Taurus energy. And that's going to make you feel sensual, and you'll want to indulge yourself a little bit and enjoy the luxuries of life and not change things particularly. So again, that theme of let's just keep everything put as it is and let's enjoy stability. The Taurus moon also sextiles Neptune in Pisces. So Neptune is the dream planet, and compared to or in connection to this earthy moon, that's perfect because you have water and earth. They're both feminine elements, and it's about receiving things, and it's about taking something that's just in your head or something that you feel and to make it real and to see it in the real world. So that's why May is so fabulous, because you can say, okay, I've got this wonderful idea for an extension to the house. I want a pool. And if you have the money, good for you, then you can take that idea and turn it into a reality. So Saturday is really fab because this new moon is a really fabulous new moon, which allows you to gather up all of your dreams for the future, which you'll have a lot of access to. You know, sometimes we're totally blocked from that. What is it that I want? I don't know how I feel. You're not going to experience that on Saturday the 4th. You'll know exactly what you want because of the connection between the moon and Neptune, and you'll really be able to tap in, and you'll be able to say, okay, I'm going to do A, B, and C over the next 30 days. And if you have the time to do that, make a plan for May, because it is one of the productive or most productive months of the year. And if you don't set goals, then you're just letting this opportunity slide by you. Yeah, so May is the month of the builder. It's like 22 in numerology. It's where you're able to really create and make practical changes. And even though we've got loads of Taurus and Earth, on Saturday, changes that come from within, that come from this Saturn retrograde, and ideas that you want to now implement in your life, those kind of changes are going to be really easy for you. And you'll be able to make those changes over the next month. Now, finally, on Sunday, the 5th of May, we have the moon in Taurus still, how many days is that? That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So really grounded, really good for spending times with loved ones. And the weekend is really good for romance and passion and all of those kind of things. Taurus loves that. Also, Taurus loves getting massages and counting its money and wearing beautiful jewelry and all of that stuff. It trines Saturn, the father figure, and Pluto, transformation and change, which are both in Capricorn, the sign of the worker. The moon sextiles Neptune, so there's a connection still between your dreams and the physical world. And Mars in Gemini opposes the good luck planet Jupiter, which is in Sagittarius. So you immediately put the seeds sown the day before during the new moon. You put those into action really, really quickly, straight away. You stop just talking about things and you actually start doing, and you take practical action and you get involved, and you do what you've been dreaming about, and you don't waste any time. So there's no procrastination here. There's the new moon on Saturday. You're going to feel really, really inspired to go, okay, this is what I'm doing. And then even on Sunday, you're going to start drafting the plans. If it's a new business, if it's a new way to make money, if it's change of daily routine, like we're going to move or we're going to get rid of this person in our lives because they're so negative, or if it's like, okay, I'm going to eat a better diet and take the... Every time I go on YouTube, I don't know about you guys, but every time I go on YouTube, I get those, you know, the skip ads, and I always get that stupid Chris Hemsworth exercise ad, and it irritates me because it's like, get a body like Chris Hemsworth, get really buff and get fit, and it's just like, stop. I don't want to. I wish you would do a video on how to read tarot. I've got a tarot course on my website, Marcus. It's super cheap. It's £17 because I want everyone to know how to learn the tarot. And it's 8 videos. You can take it at your own leisure. And I've called it the Intuitive Tarot Expert Course. So for £17, you order my course, you watch the videos, and you really are an expert by the end of it. People who started their own channels after doing that course, it's really fab, if I may say so myself. So, yeah, Sunday is a great day to like really get May started and to make changes in life. Hi Heidi, how are you? Okay, that's it for the week. Does anyone have any questions? If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Oh, good. I'm glad the tarot reading kept you out of some trouble, Ellen. That's really good. Oh, you're welcome, Adria. You're very welcome. So if you would like a personal reading, I use astrology and tarot and numerology in my personal readings. If you want me to look at your life purpose or your vocational aptitudes, or what's destined for you in a certain way in certain areas of your life, and where you have free will, and how you can apply that to the things that are destined to you, and how to make the most of your chart, and how to live your life purpose and do work that you really love and enjoy, I can give you really concrete guidance in terms of this is what you're supposed to be doing. And also through the progressed chart and the transit, so the predictive astrology and the tarot, I can tell you what's coming up over the next couple of months and years. And I can also do a solar return chart, which is like a birthday chart. So if your birthday is on the 5th of May 2019, I can do a solar return chart, and that shows me what's going on for you from the 5th of May 2019 until the 5th of May 2020. Astrology is not that hard to learn, but I've got a coffee table book here on my little table, and it's got all the info about astrology in there. But it's a lot of info to take in, and it's quite dry, so it's difficult to just learn astrology by yourself. What's much better is to do a distance learning course. That's what I did. I did a certificate and a diploma, and they said it's going to take like 2 or 3 years, but I did it in, I think, a year. And once you know it, you know it. So where did I get the table? I got it at a company called Mayaka, and it's all I have a past life with India. So the pillows you see are from India. The green cupboard there is from India. This coffee table with the bird in it, that's from India, everything. Yeah, I tune into my guides all the time. And I have loads of guides. So when I close my eyes, I have a special place I go to, and that's something good for you guys to have as well. Your happy place in your mind. Just go to your happy place and call all your guides and your angels and everyone you work with. I ramble down this long list. It's become like a mantra almost, and then it's just packed with all my guides. I've got so many at this point. So, any questions on the week ahead? Thanks, Adria. That's really nice. Thank you, Kathleen. What is it in United States money? Oh, 17 pounds is like $20. Morning, Sarah. How are you? Okay, so no questions about this week. It seems to be quite straightforward. So I'm going to be back online live in like 5 minutes. I'm going to do the new moon on the 4th of May. Hi, Fabrice. Is it a good time to move back to Europe? Well, yeah, if that's one of your dreams, remember I said that on Saturday and Sunday, you're going to have access to Neptune. So your dreams, your desires, and what it is you want to do, and to put them into practical action and to actually do it. So if you want to move to Europe, if that's been a dream and your higher self has been saying that, go to Europe, go to Europe, go to Europe, then absolutely, it's a wonderful time to move. Yeah. Yeah, same with looking for another job. Any changes that you want to make, you and if you especially, it's higher self guidance when it's repetitive and it's kind of quiet and it makes you feel calm, and it's over and over and over again, and you've heard it for months or even years. That's when you know you can trust it. And May is about making changes. It's about changing job, changing where you live, changing the house you live in, changing the way you make money, changing the way you eat, changing the way, Maybe that ad keeps popping up, the training ad keeps popping up because I'm supposed to start going to the gym. I just don't want to. That would be my physical change that I would have to do. You don't want to say the wrong thing? What do you mean? Thank you. You're trying, you feel it. I miss the readings. It is a good week. Do you ever read sidereal or do you use tropical? I use tropical. And I really use tropical over sidereal because, first of all, it's Western astrology, and I strongly identify as a European man. I identify as a Western kind of person. And also, Vedic astrology is based on the constellations as they are now. There's something called the, yeah, right, Barbie? Jim is like, some people enjoy it, but I wish I enjoyed it. I just can't make myself do it. So, Vedic astrology, the Indian system, is based on the constellations, so where the constellations are right now. And there's something called the progression of the equinoxes. And the tropical astrology, so Western astrology, is about 22, 23 degrees off Vedic astrology, because over time the planet has like tilted and the constellations are now in a different place. So Western astrology is symbolic, and because it's a human construct and it's the way we think and we've created it, that's why I feel Western is more accurate, because we manifest astrology like we manifest anything. So if you pray to Diana, goddess of the hunt, then Diana, the goddess of the hunt, will be something that's real and will be able to bring that energy into your life, because it's a way of manifesting symbols and energies for yourself. It's all what you think becomes reality. You're recovering from a concussion and you're unable to do your current job. Yeah, May is exactly the perfect month to do that kind of thing, to deal with your physical issues and to see how you can translate those into practical actions, and how you can either get disability or do a job that that allows you to kind of be disabled and still do a job. Like if you can't move your legs, you know, you're not gonna get a job being a delivery person, you know, but you can work behind a desk and do an office job, that kind of thing. So May and Taurus and this month is the perfect time to make those kind of changes and to figure those things out for yourself. You're welcome. What am I welcome to? I'm Aquarius. My question is, will I be making more money soon? Okay, that's a personal question. Order a reading with me on my website, gregoryscott.com. Thank you, Blue Flame. That's really sweet. I might do a live tarot reading later on if I have time. But the question about the Aquarius, if you, that's like a personal question. I need to look at your chart and I need to look at how the transits are affecting you specifically. And then I can answer personal questions. So order a reading with me on my website, gregoryscott.com. Go to the readings tab, order your reading. Also, if you don't know the place of, the time of birth, then I can do a chart rectification. I can work out your time of birth. So order that there as well. The only element that will reveal a woman's true age. What element is that, Shah? What does it mean if you have Jupiter retrograde in your chart and Jupiter is transiting retrograde? Jupiter retrograde means that good luck comes from within. You don't have to pick your good luck in the world and you don't have to look around for opportunities. The opportunities come from within you and you have to create them. And if Jupiter is transiting in retrograde on top of your retrograde, it means that the time that we're in is exactly like it was when you were born. So it's perfect for you to look within and say, okay, what opportunities can I create for myself to move forward? Right, so if you have Jupiter retrograde too, then it's in perfect alignment and you're able to really look within and create that good luck. And we're all benefiting this year anyway because Jupiter is in Sagittarius, the sign that it rules. So we all benefit from that. Okay, so guys, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going to do the video on the new moon in Taurus. So I will see you in a couple of minutes and I'll do questions again at the end of that.